We're next to 2014. I can tell by the color of the burgundy here. One thing I noticed as well with this seat, Dany, is the backrest. Yeah. So we've never had that before. Maybe tell us a little bit about that and maybe give us a demonstration.
Sure, yes. BRP is proud to introduce in 2014 the backrest from the manufacturer. So one of the characteristics is that it does pivot forward to ease the passenger of getting onto the back, and it's very easy to remove and install. So
You said easy, I want to see it. Show me. Dany's sitting on the bike right now. How about you tell us a little bit about the support it gives for your back, and does it influence at all somebody on a long ride?
Well, of course, this backrest does help a lot with the lower back support, and it keeps me straight up. And when I'm taking a long drive, it relieves a lot of the pressure off my shoulders, allowing me to be better rested at the end of the ride.
I can endorse that. I'm someone who usually does, you know, in kilometers, 5,000 kilometers, about 3,000 miles on a road trip. I'll be riding in a day, sometimes 700 miles. So I got a backrest on mine, and I can tell I'm less tired in the shoulders. I'm less stressed as well. So it's always a big relief, and it allows you to enjoy the scenery a little bit more because you're not always tight on the shoulders and on the stomach and all that. Although I do get a good workout. I guess it shows a little bit there. I want us to talk about the range with this bike. When I'm talking range, I'm talking about the distance with a full tank of fuel. Rumor has it that that's been addressed as well. I want you to tell me if it's only because we got a bigger tank or it's because of the 6th gear. How do you see that, and what kind of range can we expect with this?
Well, it is a combination of both. So yes, we do have a bigger tank. It has a half a gallon more usable fuel capacity, so that of course is a plus. Yeah. And the 6th gear allows you to have a lower RPM range when you're driving at highway speeds. So for example, if I'm doing 60 miles per hour on average, and I'm not too aggressive, I don't have the trailer, I'm not taking a good ride, I can expect to do about 250 miles on a tank. Wow. Of course, if I drive it a bit faster, I'm in the 80 mile per hour, I'm loaded with a trailer, passenger, and fully loaded with the luggage, I can expect 200, and depending on the throttle application. It's all variable, of course. We all drive differently, and of course, but on a good ride, you can expect that sort of range.
So we just finished taking a look at the 2014. There's one thing we haven't talked about. I want to talk about the service, because that's money out of my pocket. I was told I'm going to be saving some dollars on the long term. Maybe just break it down for us and tell us how we're going to be able to, save a little bit in that area.
Yes, with this new engine, with the 1330 cc engine, we're able to bring the first maintenance up to 3,000 miles, which is a great improvement from the 600 mile that we had in the past. And after that, oil changes and regular maintenance is at every 9,000 miles.
So we're gonna see that. Maybe about the other parts of the engine. There's something else that we need to get done. I think that was pushed back as well. You were talking about the spark plugs and things like that.
Yeah, spark plugs are 30,000 miles, and so they're a long life spark plug. And also there's no more valve adjustments on these engines because they're hydraulic lifters. So that's been eliminated out of the service. So, regular maintenance, checking out the brakes, oil changes, it becomes a really easy maintenance to do, and they're spread out even more to save you money.
One thing I want to say to all the Spyder fans in the world and all that, people have seen me on TV, on the web, and I've never been shy about saying what I like, what I don't like. What I do like about the 2014 though, and I'm happy to be able to say this, I've got a 2010 and I see a world of difference. So if I'm ever going to change, now would be the time for me. If it's a time for me, it's a time for you. And one other thing, we got a little bit of feedback from the competition, the sound of the old generation at 100 kilometers an hour, 60 miles an hour was 5,000 RPM. So it was a little high, the pitch on the bike. We're not shy about saying that. But with this new engine, I'm betting that we're going to see a crossover from, from Honda, from Harley Davidson. The guys who can't hold up their 1,000-pound bikes anymore, but didn't want to come on a three-wheeler because of that high pitch sound, they got no reasons anymore. We got a bike that's gonna satisfy across the border. So I'm very proud about that, and we're gonna see more Spyder riders. So Dany, once again, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go take a look at the 2000 private.